Should we start with AB-5? Do we want to do a brief history of that and what that is first?
Sure. Yeah. AB-5 was a piece of legislation in California. It passed in 2019 and went into effect January 1st, 2020. And it forced most independent contractors to become employees. That was what the legislation attempted to do. But as we know, they ended up granting a lot of different occupations exemptions from the law. And Proposition 22 passed. It was a ballot initiative. It passed in November of 2020 that also exempted gig companies, which were actually the target of the legislation.
Yeah, gig meaning mostly, it was led by Uber and Lyft and companies like that. And it passed overwhelmingly. But who did the bill hurt?
So the bill hurts independent contractors, a majority of whom won't become employees, won't be able to become employees. This is the similar aspect of the PRO Act, which they adopt a test, similar test to California's AB-5. Again, that would make it more difficult for workers to be independent contractors. So it's most harmful to independent contractors.
Okay. What kind of jobs are independent contractors? Like who? So I know writers were a big problem. And this is the thing that Lorena Gonzalez, the California Assemblywoman, she admitted she just made up. It was something like a writer, and like a writer can only submit, it was like 15 pieces per publication per year or something. Do you remember what the number was?
35. That was one of the exemptions that they tried to do, but it also ended up backfiring because Vox, for example, they had to fire 200 freelance writers because they wouldn't be able to hire them as employees in compliance with the law.
Yeah, so you had these people, and that's what Lorena Gonzalez made up. She's like, they asked her why did she come up with 35, and she's like, oh, I don't know, we just came up with 35. So you have a writer who writes for Vox, who's obviously going to be on the left side of the spectrum. They're freelance writers, independent contractors, as you put them. The intent was to have Vox hire them, or that was what Lorena Gonzalez and the left thought would happen, or wanted to happen, or said would happen. But Vox couldn't hire them, so they just fired. So now those writers weren't making any money. Is that the story?
That is the story, yeah. So the intention, like I said, the intention of the rule is they want more independent contractors to become employees. And the reason they want more independent contractors to become employees is because, as we know, independent contractors don't have access to employment-based protections and labor regulations, such as the minimum wage or overtime regulations or paid leave. And again, so the intention, and I highlight and put it in bold, is that it would lead to more independent contractors to be reclassified as employees, and therefore it allow more workers to receive those employment-based benefits. Unfortunately, though, the intention does not equal the reality, and so we can't hang our hat on the intention. We have to understand the reality, which means understanding the consequences and the implications from things like California's AB-5 or the PRO Act.
Wow, that was deep and insightful. I want more of that. Like, subscribe, get more.